Alright, so it is time for my first Q&A, and if you did miss it, I had made a community post on YouTube, and I have now deleted that because I didn't want to have so many questions to go through. And I also had made a channel for Discord. Make sure you join my Discord, link in the description, obviously, all that stuff. And, I wanted to have at least 20 questions, or I guess a maximum of 20 questions, and me and my mod, or I guess one of my mods, went through all of the questions. So, if you're thinking that I didn't look at your question, or I missed some questions, just know we went through every question. We wrote them all down, and, had them all spread out to go through all of them. So, if you think I missed it, I did not miss it. I read every single one. Now, if you don't see your question on here, it's either one, because people have already asked that question, like there's multiple people asking that same question, and we, chose the person that asked it in the best way possible. Or your question just didn't really, provide enough for me to put it on this list. Like, some of the questions like, I don't fucking know. An example I can think of is just like, what do you like to do when you're home, or some shit like that? I don't know. I can't think of one. They're, just questions that are super basic, that just have a super basic answer that you're already gonna know the answer to, or it's just an answer that you just, it's super common, whatever. And I'm not saying every question in here has to be serious. We do have like 2 or 3 questions on this list that are kind of just, supposed to be jokes. I didn't want to have this video be completely serious. I wanted to, spice it up a little bit, make it a little funny, all that. And if you ever do want to participate in a Q&A, I don't know what my next one is going to be, because, people are going to ask the same questions a lot, and I want to have a lot more people, be able to participate. So my next one, I really don't know when that's going to be. But as I said, if you ever do want to participate, make sure you look out for my community posts on YouTube, or join my Discord, and eventually I will ping everybody saying that I'm going to do a Q&A video, and there will be a new Discord channel for it. So I guess without further ado, let's move on to the questions. So our first question, this comes from Sneaky on Discord. What was your inspiration to starting your channel? Well, as you know, this is not my first YouTube channel, if anyone, actually knows, because my other YouTube channel is actually connected to this one I have now. But the inspiration of starting this channel now was Lex. So if you saw Lex, try to pack a bunch of every weapon on World War Zombies, on Darius, or try to pack a bunch of every weapon on Keynote or Toten, and he failed those challenges, and I was like, I really want to do these. I actually want to complete this. I want to see someone actually complete them, because I like seeing people actually complete challenges. So I was like, alright, I will do it myself, because I know I will. I'm committed. I do challenges. I actually stick to them, and I complete them. I don't just stop or whatever. But if you want an even more in-depth answer to that, why I started my other channel, like why I completely started YouTube in the first place, is because my friend actually had started his own YouTube channel, and I really liked this content, so I was like, you know what? I want to make YouTube myself. I'm going to try YouTube by myself, make videos, and here we are. This is what it led me to. My first channel wasn't really successful. I mean, it got 2,000 subscribers, but I really screwed myself over with what I uploaded. But now I'm getting a lot more successful on this YouTube channel, which is very, very good. I appreciate all you guys' support. Number 2, what was the highest round you ever got into in any COD Zombies game? And this is from YT Gorilla Tag on YouTube. I do answer these questions a lot, by the way, so I'm not, for people that do not hear me say these questions, I'm just saying I do answer questions related to COD a lot. And this is one of the questions I've answered quite a lot. My highest round, I believe, from my memory, is 102 on DE on BO3. Other than that, I believe it is 101 on Firebase Z and Cold War. I don't know why I did on Firebase Z. I don't know, but I'm not really a high round guy. I don't have the patience to do that, the endurance to do that. But now, since I actually, do YouTube and I have people to watch me, I might actually be able to do round 100s because I can chill with you guys in chat. Alright, number 3, what do you think is the best COD Zombies player? Or who do you think is best COD Zombies? Fuck. Alright, number 3, who do you think is the best COD Zombies player? This is, I'm not sure how to say your name. It's like Asius YT on Discord. Obviously, I would say me as a joke, but if we're being serious about this, it's a little hard to say what the best Zombies player is, because it kind of depends on what you define as the best COD Zombies player. But if you're saying this as a joke, then it's obviously me. I'm the best COD Zombies player ever. But if you're wanting me to be serious about this, I'd probably say IL Steve IL, if that's how you say his name, because he's just always been the GOAT. Or if you want to go even further back than that, Relaxing End is kind of like one of the original GOATs of zombies. Other than that, I would say Lex, even though he's not super good, at high rounds or whatever, but he's just funny. And high rounding or whatever doesn't make you the best COD Zombies player. It kind of depends what people think of you, and I guess just kind of what your accomplishments are, kind of just stuff like that. Alright, number 4, what do you do outside of YouTube? I know no one really know this, but this is a very basic question. I really don't do much. I kind of go to school and I come home and I either want to go to sleep or, I do YouTube stuff. There really isn't much else to my life. I go to the gym. I try to on the weekdays every day. And that's kind of it. I don't really do much. Oh, I forgot to say, this is from Geometry on Discord, by the way. I don't know if I said your name, but that's who you are. That's kind of it. I go to the gym, I go to school, and I just come home, make videos, all that kind of stuff. There's nothing really much else to it. Alright, number 5, this comes from Mechanics, probably Mechanics, actually, from Discord. Do you enjoy what you do? I'm assuming you're, asking me, do I enjoy actually making YouTube videos? The answer to that question is yes, I really do enjoy it. I'm not going to say that I enjoy every second of it, because obviously it is kind of stressful, because I'm trying to upload every 2 days. It's actually very easy to do that with COD Zombies, but I enjoy what I do, but I don't waste every second of my life on it. I do it, sometimes here and there. I don't try to bang out videos, like a bunch of videos in one day and get them all done. I do them, kind of day by day. I just kind of, work on some videos, then do my own thing, work on myself, try not to overwork myself, because if I do that, then YouTube is going to be very, very boring for me, and I'm going to get burnt out so much. Alright, number 6, here's one of our meme questions. This comes from Ted from Transit. How much do you like me in Transit? I'm going to be honest, Transit itself, it ain't it, chief. But you, Ted, yourself, you're goated. You're goated, man. You're goated, my dude. Alright, now number 7. This comes from Brandon Beatty, I think, on Discord. And will you play any other games besides COD in the future? So, it's a little hard to do that, because if I were to, it would really screw over my channel. Well, maybe not like my channel, but I'm not really too big into, like, getting a lot of views or whatever. I just like making content for you guys. But if I were to make a game that I'm not really known for, it wouldn't do well. And a lot of people might not enjoy it or whatever. But the answer to your question is, eventually, I do hope I can make games in the future other than COD. Like, I want to evolve more than just a COD Zombies YouTuber. Obviously, everyone wants to evolve into something above what they're trying to do now, because not everyone wants to stick to the same thing their entire life. But I do want to try to upload other games. I don't know if I can do the other games I used to do in the past, or like what games I actually have grinded the hardest, because they're really nothing like COD. People would not understand what's going on, and if people don't understand what's going on, they can't really enjoy it that, unless you're just there for the person. I know some people like to watch me because I'm me, I'm funny, whatever. I breathe in the mic a lot, but whatever. I don't know. It's just, I hope I can in the future, but it's not a guaranteed yes yet. Now, this one is a very interesting one. This is number 8. I think your name is supposed to be White Dark from Discord. I know you're on YouTube as well. But this question is actually very interesting. If you had the ability to restart your life back at 10, I'm assuming you're saying at 10 years old, not 10 years back from now, would you do it? And if so, would you do it, or what would you do again, and what would you do differently? I'm not really sure if I would, because my life really wouldn't change all that much. To be fair, at 10 years old, I started playing games then. If I had never gotten into games at that point, I don't think I would be playing games now. Because when I was at 9 or 10 years old, I moved around a lot when I was small boy. I am still small boy, but when I was very small boy, we moved around a lot. I don't really remember the reason why, but eventually I moved into a house where across the street there was a kid. He's like 3 years older than me, that played on a PS3, and he played Call of Duty sometimes. He played COD Zombies. So that's what got me into gaming. I don't really think anything would really change all that much if I didn't choose to play games, as I said. If I was like, this whole gaming thing isn't really that fun to me, which I don't even think that would have happened anyway, because I was so small. I didn't really know what the hell was going on, but nothing really would have changed other than like what I would do like in my everyday life, I guess. I'd still be where I am now. I'd still live in the same house I am now. I still kind of have the exact same experiences, all that stuff. I couldn't really do much differently because a lot of it had to do with my parents and all that. And I know what you're trying to ask me, but it's hard to answer that because I personally couldn't have really done much different. Like, there really wasn't anything I could have changed. But if I were to choose what I have done differently, is I would have looked more into what I actually enjoyed, which is, gaming and all that. I should have looked into more YouTube earlier on in my life, even though I'm only 17, so doing YouTube way earlier than I did probably wouldn't have worked, because I would have been way younger than I was. But, I don't know, man. It's really hard to answer that question because I couldn't have really done much. Sorry, this question is really lengthy, but there's a lot of answers I can give this question. Finally, number 9. This comes from West Chief, whatever. I guess Tom. That's what your name is in parentheses on Discord. What do you think Zombies has, or why do you think Zombies has stayed fun throughout the years? What keeps drawing us back? So I don't know. thinking of it at this current moment is a little difficult. But what I guess keeps zombies fun is nostalgia. People really like going back, experiencing their younger years. You can play with friends, have a good time. Like, zombies is not like the super serious game where you have to, pay attention, all that stuff. You could just sit back, relax, chill, and there's so much variety to zombies. It's not just like shoot zombies, get perks. There's so many maps that have so many different features. You do Easter eggs, you can do speedrunning, you can do high rounds, you can chill with your friends, have fun, do challenges, whatever. There's limitless possibilities to zombies. So that's why it's fun, because you have so many damn options. And, what keeps drawing us back? What I literally just said. There's so many different things you can do. So many options, all that stuff. I think that is what makes zombies fun, and what makes us keep coming back to zombies. Alright, number 10. This, I believe, is from Void Platypus on Discord. I think that's how you say your name. Your name is really weird, but you gotta change that shit. But number 10, if you were to make one new perk in COD Zombies, what would it be? And if it were to be added, which game would you put it in? This, I don't really know the answer to, because making a new zombies perk, I'm not really creative. That's the problem. I guess I'll sit here and think about it real quick, and if I do come up with an answer, I will tell you. Okay, so this might be a little overpowered, but it's like, if you have like, I don't know, whatever, 5k points, whatever. Let's say that. 5k points, which is the cost of the perk. You buy it, and it reduces everything by half of what they cost. It's a little overpowered, but if you spend 5k, 10k points in it, whatever it costs, and everything is reduced by half points, it would make everything so much better. It is overpowered, but if you're spending 5,000, 10,000 points on it, and everything in the map is basically half off, I would say that is a very, very good perk to have. Now, the game I would say this belongs in, because when I was thinking of the perk, I was like, okay, BO2, what would it work in that? I think BO2 might actually work in that game. Yes, there's not a whole lot of, maps that have a lot of doors or whatever. Origins has a lot of doors. Mob of the Dead has a lot of doors. I guess you could say Buried. Like, if you get this perk, if you're efficient about it, like, actually know how to get it in a good way, it could save you so much time, so many points. It'll just save you just in every way possible, basically. Alright, and number 11. I think this video is pretty lengthy, but, there's so many questions, man. Alright, so let's go to some Tyler on YouTube. What's your favorite COD game and why? I would say BO3. Obviously the zombies, all the maps are good. There's not really one singular bad zombies map. I'd say the worst out of the ones that have released is, it's hard to say. It's either Zetsubo or Revelations out of like the ones that actually came with BO3, not Chronicles. But like Revelations is too easy. Zetsubo is just like, there's just too much shit to do. But there's not really a bad zombies map on that game. And basically, BO1 is implemented into BO3, basically with all the maps and all that stuff. And as I said, all the normal maps that come with the game, or, that isn't Chronicles, they're all good. There's one BO2 map in there, which is Origins. If they remaster Mob of the Dead, I'd say that BO3 is literally going to be the top of COD Zombies forever. But there might be a chance there's a game that can top it. I doubt it. But anyway, and more reason why BO3 is better. So the multiplayer, I know some people don't really like it because it is kind of pay to win. But it was the first game, or first COD that I genuinely played multiplayer on. I had got a Dark Matter on that game, and then my friend went on my account and reset my stats because he's a fucking loser. But that was the first game I genuinely enjoyed multiplayer on, because it wasn't like crazy over the top like Advanced Warfare with like their jetpacks, whatever, and like slide kit, or like I don't really know how to explain it, but like Advanced Warfare felt really weird. But this game, it felt smooth. It didn't feel like over-exaggerated with the, jetpacks and all that. It felt good. There also was a campaign. I wasn't too big of a fan of it. I did play it all, but, it was not good. However, if we're just talking about multiplayer and zombies, since that's, like, the main thing people, usually do, BO3, in my opinion, is just the best COD ever. At number 12, this comes from Zora, I believe, on Discord. What is your favorite zombie? As in, like, the actual zombie designs. This was interesting, because when me and my mod were going through this, I actually did not really have an opinion on this, because I wasn't really sure all the zombie models. But my friend, my moderator, whatever you want to call him, he said the Spaceland zombies. Those boys are funky, dude. Those are some funky boys. I would say those are my favorite, because they're colorful. They're like disco zombies. They're just hilarious to look at. So I will say that those are my favorite zombie design. Number 13, this comes from Blaziken from Discord. What's your favorite childhood game you grew up with? So, I have a few answers to this, because I don't necessarily have a favorite, like a top of the line, like favorite, whatever the fuck you want to call it, like the best of the best game in my opinion. I obviously started out with Wii Sports. That's always going to be one of my favorite childhood games. After that, Burnout Paradise. I don't know if you guys know what Burnout Paradise is, but it's a racing game. It's like kind of its first open world type of racing game kind of thing. It's so good for it being a game of 2008. It has really good crashing physics, and it's overall just an amazing game. Like, it's great. Black Ops 2 is obviously up there. It's one of my first CODs. GTA, you know, games like that. Those are kind of like my first games I've ever played, and they've stuck with me throughout the years. I think the games that you constantly keep going back to over the years, no matter how old they are, those are your favorite games. Those are the games that you believe are the best of the best. And I guess that's my answer. Number 14, what is your favorite perk? This comes from Mason is a burb on Discord. Now, when you say favorite, I'm assuming you're not meaning what do I think is the best or whatever. I know that's not what you're meaning. If I were to say what's the best, I'd say Widow's Wine. But if I were to say what my favorite perk is, like a perk that I genuinely like going out of the way to buying, a perk that I genuinely like hearing, a perk that I like looking at, that might make it a little bit more interesting, because it's a hard answer for me to give, because I don't actually know the answer to that. But if I were to give you, you know, somewhat of a decent answer, because I can't think of one right now, it is a custom perk. I don't know if that counts, but I like Snail Pace Slurpee. If you know what that is, it's a really good custom perk on BO3. It's amazing. I like the jingle. I like the look of it. It's just a great perk, man. It's amazing. Number 15. This is from Scar the Dialect on Discord. And if anyone doesn't know yet, Scar the Dialect, I will just say it since people don't know or people are wondering. Scar the Dialect is my girlfriend. So if any of you are wondering, that's who it is. But she's asking, what are the best tips for streaming / content creation you have? She asks me this a lot, just saying. I don't know why, but she really likes asking me this question. But the answer to that is really dependent on you. So for me, it's like, okay, what do people like watching when it comes to COD Zombies? They like watching older type of content. They like watching challenges from back in the day. They like watching people actually do challenges. And they also would like the people or the persons actually doing it, like how they go about commentating. So basically answering your question is have a game plan for what you want to do for your YouTube. Make sure you look into YouTube. Look into what you want to do first. Think about what people actually enjoy doing, the type of criteria you're trying to do, and think about what you actually enjoy about the type of content you're wanting to make. Basically, if you do COD Zombies like me, I'm like, okay, what kind of content do I genuinely like watching myself? That is around 100s Lex do. The challenges like pack-a-punching every weapon that Lex does. You know, just random stuff, random zombie challenges, you know, custom maps, all that stuff. Those are things that I like. I like maps like that, but I also like the person that's doing it. So basically, you want to try to find what works for you, the kind of content you genuinely like enjoying, master that craft. It's obviously going to take a while. If you have just started out on YouTube and you're scared to talk or you don't know how to commentate, just wing it, man. Just go for it. There's no easy way of going about this. You can't just like magically be the best. And there you go, because every YouTuber, no matter who they are, it doesn't matter, you will not be successful on your first try. There is, you know, some YouTube channels that do shorts or whatever, but the thing is, almost every YouTuber, no matter who they are, have a past of some sorts when it comes to content creation. They didn't just pop up out of nowhere. They grinded for that. They could have gone through many, many channels, but, as I said, master your craft. Think about what you enjoy yourself about the content you're making, and try to cater towards people that actually enjoy what you're doing. Try to make it interesting. Try to make it fun. Do stuff that people have never seen before. That's for YouTube content creation, though. For streaming, it's a little different. Now, if you are, you know, a new YouTuber, new Twitch streamer, whatever, and you're getting no viewers, don't be discouraged by this. I'm just saying, if you're starting out on streaming, I would not recommend doing that. Streaming, starting out on, is really hard to do, and don't do it on Twitch either. You want to do it on a platform where you're easily going to be recommended to people that don't know who you are, which YouTube is great for that. YouTube is not as good as Twitch when it comes to streaming, but you should start out on YouTube. No matter who you are, you want to try to make videos and try to make streams whenever you can. That is going to help you grow in the long run. You might not be, you know, the best or whatever. You're obviously not going to be the best. You're not going to have the best type of content when you're first starting out, because obviously everybody is going to be bad when they start out. But if you commit to it and, you know, you just keep going, people are going to realize, oh, this person might actually have potential. I'm going to subscribe and see them grow throughout the years. And when it comes to streaming, don't be afraid, man. I was so nervous to stream on this new channel because I was like, oh god, I'm actually getting subscribers, I'm getting viewers. People are gonna judge me if I stream. And I was so nervous, but once I hit that live button and people were just talking to me, I was like, oh, alright, that's cool. So like, just go live, man. You know, when there's no viewers, it is a little difficult because you don't have anyone to talk to. You're talking to yourself. It's kind of weird. But just talk about the game. Make it a little interesting. Don't just sit there in silence and, you know, just be yourself. That was a lengthy question. Holy shit. All right, number 16. This comes from Squeef on YouTube. That is a very interesting name. But what's a custom map idea you would like to see made? So this could have a video to itself. As my mod said, you could have it, you know, an entire explanation to this on its own separate video. But a really cool idea I would like to see, which I don't know if it has been done or tried to been done, but putting all the Treyarch maps into one just massive, colossal fucking map. I know there will not really be a computer that could probably handle that, but it would be cool to see the idea be implemented. You can maybe like reduce a whole bunch of just like debris and shit and just like put the layout of the map and have some atmospheric kind of things going on. You know, kind of like how Revelations is. It has different parts of maps. But I don't want it to just be like, you know, small parts of maps. Put them all together. One big map. It would be the hardest thing ever. The hardest map the longest map to ever do. But I think it would be a really, really cool idea to do that. Number 17. Here's another, like, kind of joke question. Which is better, ramen or pasta? Pasta any day. There's more variety with pasta. You can do so much more with pasta. Pasta better. And this is from R. That's it. I don't know who, if from Discord or YouTube. My mod did not specify. It's just R. That's great. Alright, number 18. This comes from Xylo on Discord. What do you think is going to happen in the future with COD Zombies? So it's hard to say that because COD Zombies, it always has a fan base, and it's kind of coming back a little bit. It's never been dead. It has had its low points, it has had its high points, but I think at this current moment, it is kind of coming back a little bit. There's other YouTubers that are actually getting into it. I know, what's his name, FaZe Blaziken or whatever, is uploading COD Zombie content, which is kind of weird. FaZe number doing COD Zombies, I don't know. But yeah, no, I think it's kind of coming back a little bit. For the future, I guess it all depends on what Treyarch does. If Treyarch actually makes a game that is good, that people actually like, or do a year 2 on Cold War, bring Chronicles of Cold War, that would just be absolutely insane. It would bring everyone back. But if you're wanting me to give you a yes or a no, or kind of like a what do I actually think, I think Zombies is going to stay how it is. It's not really going to change unless, I don't fucking know, unless something terrible happens, we don't get any content anymore, everything stops, then I guess Zombies will be dead as we know it. But I think it'll stay the same throughout the years until, like, something happens with the internet or whatever, or, you know, people just move on. I don't know. Alright, number 19, we have 2 more questions left. This comes from Monkey D. Luffy, I think it's Luffy, actually, from Discord. What would you ever do a series about completing each map's Easter egg? Yes, I actually would love to do that. I still don't know if I should do the Easter eggs in one video or if I should do one per map, because I have done none of the Easter eggs for Black Ops 1. I have tried to do all of them for BO2. It didn't work though. Like I've done Buried. The Sharpshooter for some reason didn't work. I've done Transit. For some reason Transit wouldn't finish. Diarize, I tried that. Like I tried all the BO2 Easter eggs, but I can't do the 4-player ones. Are so glitchy for some reason. We do everything right and it just doesn't work. Obviously I'm Mob and Origins. I've done all the BO3 Easter eggs. Cold War, I've done all of those too. BO4 I haven't touched. But yeah, I guess BO1 I still have to do that. But answer your question is yes, I will do a series. I'm still thinking whether or not I should do them one separate per video, or if I should do like a few in a video, ones that are short I can do, you know, like those in a big video. I don't know yet. I guess it all depends when I get to when I actually get to that point. Alright, number 20 is the last question. This comes from Jordan Warful on YouTube. What makes you happy? Click on that like button, baby. You should do it. And also join my Discord. It feels great.